How do you think schools, colleges, and universities should assess students with stage fright, social anxiety, and phobia of failure following the death of Natasha Abrahart, a 20-year-old second-year physics student at the University of Bristol, UK, before she took her own life few minutes before her university presentation, according to the BBC. Though this happened in 2018, but the legal battle just ended. Natasha was found hanged just on the day she was due to give a university presentation, standing up at a laboratory conference in front of almost 50 students and assessors in a large lecture theatre. According to the Guardian newspaper, they were to prepare 6 months before the oral assessment, and her father claimed that her late daughter was put through torment for 6 months before she died. She had phobia talking in front of teachers and people. Natasha's biggest fear is to be judged badly by others. Natasha is one of 12 students at the University of Bristol who have, or are suspected to have, killed themselves since September 2016. Natasha's flatmates phoned the family home and told Robert, her father, who was an associate professor at the University of Nottingham, that Natasha had just tried to hang herself. Natasha spoke to her mom that what she had done was silly and that she won't repeat such again. Her parents offered to collect her, but she insisted she wanted to stay until the end of term. They made sure she had people around her and was seeking medical help. Natasha later came back home over the Easter break, and her parents were careful not to push her to talk if she did not want to. Rather, they provided her with a safe and supportive environment. Natasha's mother, Margaret, said, "Had we not known about the attempted hanging, we wouldn't have suspected that something was wrong." She cooked, baked, went out with her friends. On the last day of the Easter holidays, Natasha's mother, Margaret, drove her back to Bristol on 15th of April. But on the morning of 1st May, a police officer arrived at the family home and broke the news that Natasha had been found hanged 30 minutes before her presentation. Her presentation was at 2 p.m., but she was found dead at 2:30 p.m. Her flatmates, course-mates, friends, lecturers, and her parents were all shocked. Her mother said, "We tried to focus on the practical things in terms of identifying Natasha's body, sorting out her flat, and bringing her body back to Nottingham to be buried." The doctor that saw Natasha at the Student Health Service shortly before her death said that she was in an acute state of distress. Her family claims that her death was caused by discrimination, that she suffered as a result of a social anxiety disorder. A university spokeswoman said staff repeatedly tried to help her. According to a mental health partner trust, Avon, Natasha took her own life partly because of neglect. Robert and Margaret Abrahart, the parents of the student, filed their case with Bristol County Court under the Equality Act. According to the parents' lawyer, it is believed to be the first case of its kind in the UK, or possibly in the world, involving a student in which legal action had been taken following the death of a student for fear of not performing on a stage. Natasha was said to have experienced anxiety and panic attacks over giving group presentations. Her father said Natasha became acutely and increasingly distressed. The fear of failing, not performing, or not progressing on the course affected her deeply, and she became preoccupied by feelings of worthlessness. Months before her death, Natasha was diagnosed with chronic social anxiety with suicidal ideation, and the family believed the university should have supported her more because of this rather than using oral assessment. The father said there will be other Natashas in the pipeline, and this situation will be repeated, and I'm not just going to stand back and let somebody else's child suffer in the same way Natasha did. Silverman, representing Natasha's parents, said the university owed Natasha legal duties not to cause her psychological harm and ensure its assessment regime didn't discriminate against her as a disabled student. Natasha's parents are firmly of the view the university didn't meet these legal duties. Natasha was not the first student to have taken her own life due to fear of failure, stage fright, and social anxiety. Her family recently was awarded over £350,000 in compensation. However, no amount of money will bring this young lady back to life. Please, in the comment section, help me with these questions for statistical analysis. Has such incident ever happened in your school, college, or university? Do you think that the university did not do enough? What other ways do you think Natasha and other students in her state should have been assessed other than oral or exam assessment? Do you have stage fright? How do you handle it? This is becoming a common problem after so many deaths in the colleges and universities, even in schools lately. How then should students be assessed? Is the government not doing enough to carry out in-depth investigation about educational assessments? What other assessments do you think should be used to test students' capabilities? Please don't fail to like the video and subscribe for more videos like this. I will see you in the next one.